Hello, 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 hello. My name is Jarman the Shaman. Actually, my name is just Jarman. Welcome to this game. It's but a scrim.
10
Tonight we got
seconds
ourselves
to
CraK
go.
coming against TG. I actually don't know what TG stands for, unfortunately.
5
I will message
seconds.
someone now to find out. But welcome. The first ban already out. It's Tide Hunter. Classic. Typical ban, obviously. Strong offlane, strong ulti for team fights. Get a refresher, fight over before it starts, you know what I mean? So, makes total sense. The next ban, the Axe, I was going to say.
Radiance ban.
The only ban that comes up as often, or actually, no, sorry, it comes up way more often, is the Axe ban there. Classic, so clean initiation. I'm not sure what we're going to see from either team. I've watched a bit of Rekt. I haven't seen TG, to my knowledge. The next ban's a Silencer, so classic bans coming up here. We got Portal on the draft. Recently moving from TFD to the Rekt team, and then the Invoker ban. Venji picked up straight up, which is a fantastic pick. I'm a big fan of Venji. Solid support. You get yourself a medallion on Venji. It's called the stacking of the armor troubles, and then you're dead, man. So hopefully that can happen. So what does TG stand for, man? I'm just asking Portal himself, the drafter. Give him a little message. And yeah, Venji pick's very nice. I like Venji for a couple of reasons. Venji, to me, if you want to go like
seconds
support
to go.
Team Glyph, apparently that's good to know. So Team Glyph TG.
5 seconds.
Witch Doctor.
Yeah, the next pick there, Witch Doctor. So the classic support's coming out. I was just gonna say Venji's a great. If you think on this, if you want to ever counter pick supports because of their supports, that makes sense. So picking your support with particularly their supports in mind rather than their carries. Venji against Crystal Maiden, which is a big carry taken. Big support taken in pub games. Venji destroys the Crystal Maiden pretty quickly. Now I'm a big Venji fan, and then obviously Witch Doctor, really good hero. You can, it's not done in Team Dota pretty much at all, but you can absolutely mid a Witch Doctor if you want. You can dominate as well, big time. But it's not worth it unless you just want mid to be a loss for that other team. But like what you'll get with it is like, a farm Witch Doctor's fun, but it's of course there's a reason there's certain heroes that carries, and you give them more farm. You want them because they're the ones that matter late game. As the next pick, the Leshrac. Ooh, I like it. Leshrac is incredibly potent as well. That Pulse Nova should be banned, man. That's ridiculous. But I'm just playing. It's really. He's a great hero. In general, you got to time the split earth. That's a very difficult stun to get off. I suppose what you do is you have to. That's your second stun. If you can get a first stun off with like a cask or something. But yeah.
10 seconds to go. 5 seconds. Reserve time.
Yeah, Leshrac's really hard to gank. You can gank him, but you got to get him down quickly because his Aware Gasgoth. Shout out to him. He's going to be watching.
Radiance ban.
So the Void pick there. That's an interesting one.
Dire team ban.
Very solid hero. Although I've the Doom ban coming out there just by the way. But the thing with Void for me at least, I feel like Chrono's a great ulti. But you have to have damage as the Void, and like often you'll see a really good Chrono landing on 3, but like all it does is like you can set up other stuff, but like unless without that stuff, feels a bit like I don't know, man. He's the only one who can go in there, so he's got to be able to get the damage off. Like Mjolnir's really nice. You can get the damage on everyone involved. As the next man there, the Lich, which is that's obviously worried about the Lich Void combo, which is very potent, of course. And I was going to say, as well, they've picked what is a good counter to Void as a Venji. If you want to counter him with a support, obviously you just switch him out. Which is obviously hilarious when you're playing Venji to do.
5
but yeah,
seconds.
it's a cool pick. I'm excited. I like the look of this. Team Glyph? They've got a cool
reserve time.
I like Leshrac, man. He does so much damage. He can, like, in terms of like taking on a crowd, man. He really can. But you got to survive. But yeah, Leshrac incredibly potent. And then the DP ban, that's interesting.
Ban.
Yeah, you don't want to be going up against that exorcism with a Leshrac as well. Like that is just too potent. As the CM ban coming out there, that's an interesting
Dyer's pick.
one. I don't think I would have banned Crystal Maiden. In fact, I don't think I'd ever ban Crystal Maiden, if that makes sense. And I'm not saying Crystal Maiden's not effective. What I'm saying is Crystal Maiden works with a bunch of like different heroes and is, I don't know, man. Crystal Maiden's weak at the moment. Like, I find Crystal Maiden in the new meta has fallen off quite a bit. That being said, I mean, I'm a big CM fan. I'm just saying, I wouldn't have banned it. Let's put it that way. I may have I would have thought about banning a Drow, man. Like, I don't want to Drow with a Venji.
5 seconds.
Ever. So that damage, like, man, it's pushing without needing like a big ulti to do it. It's fantastic. So that's what I would have been thinking. But I'm not a drafter, man. I'm not gonna pretend I am. I'm just surprised by the CM ban as Von. I mean, maybe. I guess okay. Like, I understand that CM goes with Void's ulti. Like, I do understand that, but still, I mean, they're obviously wary of the chrono. Like I said, the chrono to me is not super effective unless the Void is from. That being said, if you have like the Lich Chain Frost and the Freezing Field from CM, next thing you know, of course, it's a huge ulti. So I do get it, but it's difficult, and there's the big one, man. Now that's, I don't want to say things that are ridiculous, but like there's a reason they call him Undying, right? He doesn't die. Undying is crazy. That tombstone is incredibly effective. You main that early on. And every fight you drop it straight up, you start the fight, and like really that's it. Like, it's so easy to do. And then you can obviously get your life all back with Soul Rip or destroy someone. Your ulti is immense, and obviously decay is early game. It's just ridiculous. I mean, you can be level 1 with like 800 health, like if you're decaying well.
5 seconds.
Fantastic spell. Also, like, works well to just keep it at 1 level because of the mana cost. So you can spam it quite hard early game, and then a Soul Ring obviously naturally works well on Undying. And anytime a hero can take Soul Ring, you can really sustain pressure. You find that with an Omni as well. So that's that's nice. Same with like a Legion. Just like I think Soul Ring's a great item, but you obviously have to have some kind of way of healing to use it. As the Lion pick there, so like a very classic support. I've been told Lions this is in terms of like understanding what to do with Lion, or understanding like what a Lion does. Like one of the easiest heroes to understand because it's just like a stun, turn you into like an animal, take your mana, and then do lots of damage to you. But yeah, Lion very effective. You can also land that spike on a couple, which is nice. And Hex is so effective, Hex, because it takes away your armor and all those buffs you have. Like, you Hex, so like Hex on a PA, for example.
5
I don't care,
seconds.
like, I don't care if like you have evasion, like you don't, because you're now a chicken or a pig.
Reserve time.
All kinds of, any number of things that we literally slaughter and don't worry about. So crazy. And the Naga pick, what a team, man. This is so nice to see. It's like an original draft. I'm assuming the Undying is going to be off lane. That being said, you can support you can use an Undying support that, but I mean personally, Undying I could think of as a support. I'm not big on trying to take carry heroes and turn them into supports. It doesn't really work. I find it's very difficult to make it work. It's quite greedy. But Undying I think can work because the tombstone is just so potent. Just that in itself is so crazy. As I get a text message from a babe, I mean, classic me, dude. It's a Sunday. That's when they call, dude. Call me Jesus Christ. Just kidding.
Reserve time.
Naga's really horrible to go against. That song, if you get that song off, man, it's such a setup, and next thing you know, that's it. That's madness, man. So yeah, Naga's cool, man. The song you can really like set things up. And there's obviously like you can get the armor reduction in big time. You've got your like ensnare and then the mirror image. So like you've got a bit of a stun. I mean, looking at the way the team's going to set up, you go Song. You can set up Tombstone, I guess, but that's not really hard to set up. You go Song and then you got Leshrac coming in with Pulse Nova. That's quite disgusting. It's great if you can get off a good Song, man. It sets everything up so nicely. That'll be interesting. It's going to be crazy. I think there's definitely going to be a lot of like, where is he going to put the chrono moments, if that makes sense. And obviously now Wind Range is a good pickup because you need someone ranged if there's going to be a chrono up there. So if you're thinking about the big ultis and how you can utilize them best, the Wind Ranger makes sense. Also incredibly potent mid. If you can play well, Power Shot is awesome to hit. It's a very satisfying spell. Your Wind Run gives you that survivability.